Welcome to the 8th oldest stadium in the country, Vaught Hemingway in Oxford, Mississippi, home of the Ole Miss Rebels, where the fans never lose a tailgate and don't plan on losing the game today. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Rebels will kick it away to start. From inside the 15, here comes a return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. The give to the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best 2 conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David, you're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Velez. He finds his man. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
They knock him down inside the 30 at the 29. It's a pickup of 6.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends, it's so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
From the red zone, looking for a space. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Ducks!
And I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before, and there was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. Shadow of the goalpost looming. 1st and 10 from their own 1, just looking for breathing room. in his own end zone looking to throw. Dumps it to the back. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Quarterback will audible. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm.
Off he goes. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man on the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He lobs one high down the left side. Touchdown, Oregon! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do. And they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And the extra point extends the lead to 16. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there getting set. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return.
Kick returners just have to do a better job knowing where they are on the field and what the situation is. That's a ball you got to let go through the end zone. That's a touchback. Instead, you're trying to be the hero, and now you've done yourself more harm than good. The offense starting in terrible field position.
Looking for room. It's Kendricks. At the 20, he's got space. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Dialing up the second down pass play. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt.
Take over. First and 10.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. First and 10 from the 39. He's going to pass. Zings it complete to the right. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. The Ducks will keep this drive going. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
Run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
They'll give it to him again. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. He's picked up 48 yards for them on the ground already in this first quarter. He looks as if he's ready to put up numbers. This defense has been sliced and diced and now facing another first and goal. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And they tacked on the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Let's see what he can do with the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Quarterback checking the play. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Blasted as he lets it go. Makes a connection. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Man, it's so nice to have a quarterback who doesn't flinch. You watch it, man. He's hanging in there, right? Hanging in there. Takes some time for those routes to get down the field. Gets hit as he throws it, but delivers the ball, a catchable ball down the field, and makes the big play. Nice toughness by that young man.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. And here comes the offense on second down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Oregon 23, Ole Miss 0.
looking to throw. Lofts one deep down the right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And he hauls it in at the 30. But this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere. Just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do. But maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Rebels are threatening in the red zone. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
Here comes the 2-point try. The snap sets up the throw. They're trying to get to it. Trying to get the 2. Here comes the heat, and down goes the quarterback, and they won't be able to get any closer with the 2-point try. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Coming out with it, it's Rice. Makes a move. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown, Oregon! Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
And those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
They're lining up for the kickoff, and let's see if this return team can answer with a score of its own. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 2-point conversions.
Lofts one high indeed. Makes the catch down the right side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work it.
Nothing but green ahead. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. And the Rebels will hustle to the line. He looks that one in nicely. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss! Some much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt, needed something to go right. When you're down, you got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start, keep chipping away.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Barrels ahead. He'll make his way in for the 2, and now they're down by 16. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now at the same page.
Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking for a man. It's Velez. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Picked off. Gets away from 1. Finds some space. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Out of the gun, the running back has it.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
On second down, looking again to throw. Fires it. And the pass hits, picked off. Taking it the other way. He's at the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Ducks! Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
37, Ole Miss 14.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner is stopped. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice.
He's going to throw deep right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. From the gun on third down. Looking left. Complete downfield. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Rebels moving quickly to the line. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
Well, and I like you got the first down of the drive. So maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Pushed back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. Using his legs, it's Kendricks. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, but the flag flies, and there was a lot of early contact there.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The back goes in motion. They'll throw it on 1st down. That one comes out hot down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Couldn't get anything done on 1st down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. From the gun, running back gets to give.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Quarterback checking off. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab. It's Cooks. They've got it inside the 30 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Rebels are in the hurry-up. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Throws to the tight end. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand.